See, my major issue with charity shops is their competitive pricing. Their excuse of overpricing all the objects they get for free. Let's bear in mind that this is stuff that nobody wanted anymore, and they chucked out and just left it on the doorsteps of charity shops or brought it in forms of donation because they didn't want these things anymore. They are essentially junk. I know one man's junk is another man's treasure, but they are essentially junk. But their excuse to overprice this junk is to stop people from buying and reselling, to stop those people that go into charity shops, find something that might be worth 50, 60 quid more, go on the internet and sell it for that price. But by doing that, all they're achieving is becoming a deterrent to the lower class people that require the services of charity shops to be able to afford a jumper where they can't afford it anywhere else, for comfort when the winter comes, or just for light entertainment like films and DVDs, to be able to enjoy some form of pleasure that the middle class and working class people can afford to do so. So by pricing all these objects up, they have become more of a middle class, very middle class establishment. That's the demographic, that's their customer base now. And that's the least bit charitable. I know charity in itself is supposed to be charitable because the donations, well, the profits go to whatever, but it's not a charitable organisation anymore. You walk into a charity shop and most charity shops now feel like they're trying to be more than a place where people just dump their crap. It's like they're trying to be, I don't know, some sort of bazaar of rare items that are priced at whatever man, woman, manager believes it should be priced. The amount of times I've gone in there and seen a t-shirt that's from Primark, £3.50 new, being sold for £6. And you say, how does this work? And they say, oh, goes to charity. And that's what I'm trying to say. People that can't afford to even go to Primark will go to these charity shops, hoping to get a t-shirt that they might desperately need and not be able to afford it. So I don't understand how charity shops have detached themselves from the charitable nature of which they originally were. I guess a socialist idea turned into more of a pro-capitalist foundation. It's a very depressing notion when I think about it, and it depresses me when I go into charity shops now, because I remember when I used to go in there and you'd get things really cheap, really fairly priced, and I find the more fairly priced a charity shop, the more custom they get. But when you go into the ones where the price range is a little bit pricey, you notice the people around you are this sort of mid-class, maybe even tattling onto the higher class, just listening to how they articulate, how they talk, and their general opinions. By the time I walked into a charity shop and I've heard them talking about how amazing the Conservatives are doing, and you think, how out of touch are you? You're in a building right now that, because they feel like they're doing their little bit. If I buy a jumper for £7.50 and give it to my poor nephew, I'm giving to charity. I don't know. It's become a strange kind of club now. So they're becoming quite elitist, I think. Not all charity shops are that bad, but there's definitely those out there that are. That's my rant. I was just angry. What I'm going to do, me and my wife is going to do a little documentary. I'm just going to get a DVD and I'm going to sign it myself, random signature on it, and I bet you they'll just assume it's from someone famous and they'll price it to a ridiculous price. Let's see if that happens. But for now, my rant is over.